wind howled through the twisted trees as I ventured deeper into the heart of the Wailing Woods. My steps were hesitant, my heart pounding like a drum against my chest. I had heard the tales, the whispered warnings of a witch who called this cursed place her home. They said she had the power to ensnare the minds of those who dared to enter, to cast spells that twisted reality itself. But I was a skeptic, a seeker of truth and knowledge, and I was determined to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within the dark depths of the forest. As I trudged along the narrow, winding path, the air grew thick with an eerie silence. The only sound was the crunch of leaves beneath my boots, a sound that echoed like a haunting whisper. Shadows danced on the periphery of my vision, and I felt the weight of unseen eyes watching my every move. My rational mind screamed for me to turn back, to flee from the impending danger, but an unexplainable curiosity urged me onward. The trees seemed to lean in, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The air grew colder with each step, and a shiver crawled down my spine. I pulled my coat tighter around me, my breath forming frosty clouds in the frigid air. And then, I heard it. A faint, mournful wail that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the forest. It was a sound that sent a chill straight to my core, a sound that seemed to speak of unspeakable suffering and ancient sorrow. I followed the sound, my senses guided by an otherworldly force. The path led me to a clearing where a decrepit cottage stood. The thatched roof was sagging, the windows were shattered, and the door hung off its hinges. It was a place forgotten by time, a place where nightmares took root and flourished. I hesitated at the threshold, my heart racing as I summoned the courage to step inside. The interior was a macabre tapestry of darkness and decay. The walls were adorned with tattered remnants of spells and incantations, written in languages long forgotten. Jars of strange, unidentifiable ingredients lined crude wooden shelves, and the air was heavy with the pungent scent of herbs and earth. And there, in the center of the room, sat a withered figure cloaked in shadows, the witch. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, piercing through the darkness with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. Her voice, when she spoke, was like a melody woven from the depths of despair. "Welcome, seeker," she purred, her lips curling into a chilling smile. "You have come seeking knowledge, have you not?" I nodded, my voice caught in my throat. I wish to understand the truth, to know the secrets that you guard." The witch's laughter echoed through the room, a sound that held both amusement and malice. "Ah, the truth," she mused, her fingers tracing intricate patterns in the air. "The truth is a double-edged sword, my dear. It can illuminate the darkest corners of existence, but it can also plunge you into an abyss of madness." As her words hung in the air, the walls seemed to come alive, shifting and morphing like living entities. Images flashed before my eyes, horrific visions of creatures that defied description, landscapes that twisted and contorted in ways that defied the laws of nature. My head spun, my mind teetering on the edge of insanity as I struggled to comprehend the onslaught of sensory overload. The witch's laughter grew louder, more manic. "You see, Seeker, reality is but a fragile illusion. I hold the threads of this world in my hands, and I can bend them to my will." I stumbled back, my senses overwhelmed, my mind on the brink of collapse. "No," I whispered, my voice a mere breath. "I won't succumb to your tricks." The witch's eyes blazed with a newfound intensity, her laughter transforming into a guttural chant. The very air crackled with energy, and I felt a vice-like grip closing in on my mind, squeezing out rational thought and replacing it with a maddening chaos. I fought against the invisible force, my willpower a weapon against the witch's dark magic. With a final surge of determination, I shouted a single word, a word that held a power all its own. "Truth!" The witch's chant faltered, her grip weakening. Reality wavered and then snapped back into place, the walls ceasing their grotesque dance. The witch's form flickered, her expression contorted in surprise and frustration. "No!" she hissed, her voice a venomous snarl. I took my chance, stumbling backwards towards the door. The world around me seemed to blur, the very fabric of reality rippling like a pond disturbed by a stone. With one final push, I burst through the cottage door and into the clearing outside. The wail that had drawn me in grew louder, a cacophony of torment that seemed to reverberate through the very air itself. I ran, my heart pounding, my breath ragged. The forest seemed to twist and writhe, the path shifting before my eyes. But I refused to succumb. I clung to the truth, to the steadfast belief in the tangible world I knew. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, the wailing ceased. The forest grew still, the wind no longer a mournful howl, but a gentle whisper. I stumbled out of the Wailing Woods, my legs trembling, my mind battered but intact. I looked back one final time, the twisted trees casting long shadows that seemed to dance in the fading light. The witch's cottage stood as a testament to the horrors I had witnessed, a reminder of the thin veil that separates reality from madness. And though I had escaped her clutches, I knew that the witch of the Wailing Woods would forever haunt my dreams, a specter of darkness and power beyond comprehension. So, dear listener, heed my tale as a cautionary warning. Venture not into the Wailing Woods, for the witch's magic is a force that defies reason and reality, and should you ever hear the mournful wail that beckons from its depths, flee. Flee as if your very sanity depends on it, for in those cursed woods, the line between truth and illusion is forever blurred, and the witch's power knows no bounds.